Buzzr is a website publishing platform that's highly social, and what distinguishes it is that it's very friendly for the end user. So we use a lot of drag and drop tools, a lot of point and click tools to let ordinary users create websites that typically would have required developers in the past. So that's our unique characteristic. We're based on an open source content management framework called Drupal, which has become very popular. Our development team and my partners are one of the world's leading educational and consulting firms in Drupal called Lullabot, and we've spent about a year and a half building a shell, building an interface on top of Drupal. So you still get the power of this huge social publishing platform underneath the hood, but on top it's nice and shiny and friendly and easy for someone to approach who doesn't have a development background. The first product that is out in the market is called Buzzr Enterprise Edition, and it's especially useful for organizations that want to run anywhere from a handful to dozens or even thousands of websites with centralized template or templates. For example, a university might want to install Buzzr. It would be private label or white label. They would still have access to all of the very complicated Drupal under the hood. But once they let their university community have access, the English department could build their own website, the athletic department could build their own website, each of the faculty members could build their own website, and it would be very easy for day-to-day administration, keeping up a blog, running a social network, changing slideshows and adding photo galleries, and very feature-rich, integrated with Twitter, integrated with Flickr. Any kind of organization, though, that wants to run lots and lots of websites, whether it's consumer products or it's someone who's building websites for law firms, for example, and wants to have an easy interface for their end users to run and administer those websites. So it's a subscription service. So for the Enterprise Edition, for example, we charge a monthly fee for each of the websites. It might vary anywhere from $10 to $60, depending on how much bandwidth each of the websites is using. And then there's a support contract that starts at about $500 that gives you a number, $500 a month, that gives you a number of consulting hours each month to help you administer these dozens or hundreds of websites. We're also providing all of the hosting, all of the performance upgrades, all of the security upgrades, all of the upgrades to Drupal, which are constantly happening underneath the hood. So we're going in and we're helping you maintain that website. We're taking away a lot of the administration work and the technical administration that you would have to absorb if you were building all of this yourself, trying to run a multi-site installation of Drupal without our benefit. We really think we're shaving probably weeks or months off the development cycle for an organization that wants to do multi-site installations, and we're probably saving them tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in development costs. So we're a subscription fee business. It's really not that bad, $20 to $60 when you consider how much money is being saved. We're also available. We're among the world's leading Drupal developers. So the development team Lullabot that's behind Buzzr includes the lead of Drupal 7, the next release of Drupal, the maintainer of the most important module in Drupal called CCK, the head of the Drupal documentation team, so the authors of Using Drupal from O'Reilly Press. So we really are the powerhouse of Drupal, and we can provide customization services. If you want to do something special for your audience that goes beyond the features and the functionality that we've provided with Buzzr. So we're available, also charging people for customization.
How is what you're doing different from what, use WordPress as an example,
right.
What they're doing?
So Buzzr is an exceedingly powerful content management system, even though we try to make it simple. With WordPress, with a blog, essentially you've got a title and a field. That's how you create a blog. With Buzzr, you can actually have an unlimited number of fields, and those fields might be 5-star ratings or images or link URLs, and you can build out a form. Suppose you want a restaurant form for your neighborhood, or you want speaker bios if you're running an event, or you want a faculty directory. So you can create a whole library of forms, and then you can decide how to display those forms. On a WordPress blog, you're not going to have WordPress.com blog, you're not going to have a buddy list and a profile that's centralized among all of the different websites that are part of your white label installation. You're not going to have automatic tie-ins to some of the social media services like Twitter and Facebook. Now, you could do it if you spent a great deal of money on customization, but it's not out of the box. And with us, it's out of the box, it's integrated, and that sort of social publishing, social media as part of the fabric of everything we do is essential to Buzzr. So it's just a lot more powerful as a next generation tool compared to the blogging platforms.
How are you financing the operation at the moment?
Right, so we're fortunate in that Lullabot's a successful consulting firm, so Lullabot underwrote a lot of the development, and I have a background as a media executive. I used to be the executive vice president of Mansueto Ventures, which is Inc. and Fast Company, and the president of Mansueto Digital, and so I was able to finance a lot of what we did as well. So between the two of us, we've spent a great deal of money. It's 7 figures, and we've had a lot of people working on this for about a year and a half. The product, as a do-it-yourself product, a consumer solution, has not debuted yet. We're going after the business-to-business market and also the reseller market. So if you're a designer or a developer and you have a lot of clients and you want to be able to set up a website that they'll be able to administer themselves, and we'll do the upgrades and the maintenance, and you're not going to have to go back every 3 months and help the client change this or that because they'll be able to do it for themselves. This is also a great market for resellers. So we're at the point where we're trying to decide if I want to grow faster. I could seek VC funding. We haven't. We spoke a little bit. We spoke to some VCs back in January, February of 2009. I haven't tried to. And then we concluded we wanted to fund it ourselves, and we'll see how the next quarter goes. We'll decide whether or not our really it's a land grab for what I think is a wide open market. And if we feel there's too much competitive, if competition arises, maybe we'll take some funding. I'd rather avoid it so we can own more of the company, but. If we want to grow faster, then that's what we'll have to do.
Great. Well, thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.